evidence do you offer that proves, in essence, that your group really is the chosen group? Well, it's not so much our group as such as it is from a historical point of view. When one simply goes into the Bible, the book that everyone uses in the Tanakh, and you go into the 9th and the 10th chapter of Genesis, you find the lineage or the historical line of the people who now populate the earth. You'll find that Ham was one of the sons of Noah. Ham had 4 sons, Mitzrayim, which is Egypt, Put, which is Libya, Cush, which is Ethiopia, and Canaan, which is Israel. Well, it would be impossible to have 3 black sons and 1 white son.
Okay, so he just spoke in error. Okay, the Israelites are not Canaanites. Okay, the Canaanites are the sons of Ham. Okay, he never did speak on the other sons. He went through the lineage of Ham, but he didn't talk about Shem and Japheth. The Israelites come from the line of Shem. Listen to him again.
Egypt, Put, which is Libya, was one of the sons of Noah. Ham had 4 sons, Mitzrayim. And you go into the 9th and the 10th chapter of Genesis, you find the lineage or the historical line of the people who now populate the earth. You'll find that Ham was one of the sons of Noah. Ham had 4 sons, Mitzrayim, which is Egypt, Put, which is Libya, Cush, which is Ethiopia, and Canaan, which is Israel. Well, it would be impossible to have.
All right, so there we have it. That's where this lesson is coming from. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit the do not disturb. Okay, so first off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say shalom. This is a Montazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled, Israel is not a son of Canaan. Israel comes from the line of Shem. Okay, so this brother, he's a Ben Israel guy. Okay, he doesn't have 100% truth. He's very mistaken if he's thinking that Israelites are Canaanites. They're not. They're not the same people at all. All right, the Canaanites were cursed with a curse, and they're cursed to be servants. They're cursed to be servants of the Israelites. Okay, all right. He talked about Ham, the sons of Ham, but he didn't talk about any of the other sons. Israelites are not Canaanites. That's easily proven. Okay, I don't know where he got that from. This is Genesis 5 and 32. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Genesis 9 and 18. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. These are the 3 sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. All right, so all the people on the earth come from Noah's 3 sons. Okay. Verse 20, and Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and was drunken, and was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his 2 brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backwards, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord power, the Yahweh power of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. The Most High shall enlarge in Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Okay, so Canaan, all right, is prophesied to be the servant to his brothers. And Shem, okay, is blessed above all. All right, now, the Israelites come from the line of Shem. How do we know? Because it's written in the scriptures. The Israelites come from Abraham. Okay, Abraham had the covenant with the father, and he had a son, Isaac. Okay, and then Isaac was the blessing, the seed, and Isaac's son was Jacob. Okay, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. So the Israelites are the descendants of Jacob. Okay, and Abraham, okay, Jacob's grandfather, comes from the line of Shem. So let's get it. Okay, this is Genesis 11 and 10. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years and begat sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 530 years and begat Selah. And Arphaxad lived after he begat Selah 403 years and begat sons and daughters. And Selah lived 30 years and begot Eber. All right, so Eber is where you're getting Hebrew from, okay, which means from the past. And Selah lived after he begot Eber 403 years and begot sons and daughters. And Eber lived 430 years and begat Peleg. And Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years and begot sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begat Reu. And Peleg lived after he begat Reu 209 years and begat sons and daughters. And Reu lived 230 years and begat Serug. And Reu lived after he begat Serug 207 years and begat sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and begot Nahor. And Serug lived after he begot Nahor 200 years and begot sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years and begot Terah. And Nahor lived after he begot Terah 119 years and begot sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity, in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abraham's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, and she had no child. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. All right. So very, very two major points. Abraham, we just read, comes from the line of Shem. We just read the line of Shem. Okay. Now Abram is going to dwell in the land of Canaan. Canaan was already established. Canaan was a completely different people. Israelites comes from Abraham's seed. Okay? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. So here you have Abraham dwelling in the land of Canaan. Okay? So Canaan was already established before Jacob was born. Okay? He was a stranger in the land of Canaan. This is Numbers 23 and 9. Okay, the Israelites are blessed in the end. They're not servants. For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. So the last end of the Israelites is to be blessed and not to be a servant. Okay? This is Genesis 17 and 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, Yahweh appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the almighty power. Walk before me and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and the Most High talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. All right, so Abram means exalted father. Abraham means father of many nations. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a power unto them, and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for everlasting possession, and I will be their power. And the Most High said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. Okay? All right, so the Lord said it was going to come from Abraham's seed after him. Well, Canaan was already established. This is Genesis 24 and 1. And Abram was old and well stricken in age, and Yahweh had blessed Abraham in all things. And Abraham said unto his eldest servant of his house. Now watch this. Abraham said unto his eldest servants of his house that ruled over all that he had, Put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh, and I will make thee swear by Yahweh, the power of heaven and the power of earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell. Abraham made his servants promise that he would not get a wife from those people. But thou shalt go into my country and to my kindred and take a wife unto my son. The point is proven already. Okay, Genesis 37 and 1. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. Okay, Genesis 42 and 5. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. All right, the Israelites are not Canaanites. They just dwelt in that land. All right, Exodus 33 and 1. And the Most High said unto Moses, Depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swore unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, Unto thy seed will I give it, and I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanite, and the Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, for I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. All right, so here the Lord is telling Moses that he was going to drive out the Canaanites. How he going to drive out the Canaanites in the land if the Israelites is the Canaanites? That's stupid, okay? And in closing, Deuteronomy 9 and 4. Speak not thou in thine heart after that Yahweh thy power has cast them out from before thee. saying, for my righteousness, Yahweh have brought me in to possess this land. But for the wickedness of these nations, Yahweh doth drive them out from before thee. Okay? So the Israelites are not Canaanites. Okay? They're not the same people. Okay? So this man was speaking in error. Very, very wrong. The Canaanites are going to be servants to the Israelites. I pray that this lesson was edifying. To the next one. Shalom.